Hello everyone, and welcome to my Duel Today official news channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Theresa is expected to take offense at Alex Kyriakis' insinuations, according to spoilers and updates for Days of Our Lives. Alex will hold Tate Black responsible when Holly Jonas is discovered comatose from poisoned medications. Holly carried her stockpile of pills to New Year's Eve, having obtained some of the illicit substances that had killed two other teenagers by being laced with fentanyl. Tate and Holly went to the bistro for their first official date during the New Year's celebration, but neither of them could have predicted what would happen on that fateful night. After Holly sneakily takes the tablets, she passes out and begins to have convulsions. Tate promptly dials 911 and rides to Salem University Hospital. He phones both of his parents, Brady Black, his father, and Theresa, who arrives with Alex, as soon as they arrive and gives them an explanation of everything. Tate and Nicole DeMera are inconsolable, and E.J. DeMera is incensed. Theresa is Alex's mother, although he doesn't know anything about Tate's upbringing. She gets upset when Alex accuses Tate of being the drug dealer. Theresa might be so convinced of this accusation that she forgets her covert scheme to wed the fictitious Kyriakis heir and wishes she had never changed the letter to include his name. She reams Alex out, telling him that while her son might be a fire alarm-pulling practical joker, he is most definitely not a drug dealer or user. Theresa is tempted to ask Brady to help her slug Alex across the room since he hasn't arrived yet, and she doesn't want to do it herself. To make matters worse, Theresa is even more enraged by EJ's rage, belief in Alex, and desire to have Tate jailed. EJ is threatening Tate with Statesville, although Tate is not even of legal age. If Tate was responsible, shouldn't this be a juvenile problem instead of a Statesville matter? He should be in juvenile court if he were guilty. He isn't even old enough to be detained for trial at the Salem Police Department. Based on Alex's charges, EJ is determined to hold someone accountable and makes a vow to pursue justice for his stepdaughter from Tate, even if it means sacrificing his life. Holly is on life support and in a coma, so in the interim, it's touch and go for her. Cherie Burton, who made waves on the internet in May 2022 when she revealed she was expecting her fourth child, and Steve Burton have officially called it quits on their marriage. Steve felt compelled to share an Instagram story to set the record straight and admit that the kid wasn't his after fans began congratulating him on the exciting news. Steve provided updates on his split with Cherie, which resulted in him asserting irreconcilable differences in his July 2022 divorce file. This soon developed into a compelling story that many people wanted to follow. Thankfully, Cherie and Steve were able to come to a consensus over the joint legal and physical custody of Makina, Jack, and Brooklyn. After gaining access to court documents, Us Weekly learned that Steve and Cherie were able to conclude their 23-year marriage this month with a formal divorce. The most recent reports state that Cherie asked for both parties to permanently stop providing spousal support. Since there was no contentious divorce, Steve and Cherie were able to call it quits on their relationship without getting into a heated argument. But the drama never ends since Cherie is expecting a fourth kid, in addition to the one she already gave birth to. Cherie announced the arrival of Isabella in February, and in October, she disclosed that she was expecting her fifth child with a partner she has decided not to name on social media. Steve Burton, who portrayed Jason Morgan on General Hospital in the past, was let go from the show in 2021 due to his unwillingness to comply with the vaccination requirement. Although Steve presently appears on Days of Our Lives as Harris Michaels, many fans are hoping that he would ultimately trade in Salem for Port Charles and return to General Hospital. What are your thoughts on the divorce of Steve and his former spouse? Do you think Steve Burton should return to General Hospital, or are you a bigger fan of him from Duel? We will keep you updated with all the latest information as further information on Steve's future becomes available. According to teasers for Days of Our Lives, A number of storylines will intensify in the upcoming year, resulting in significant changes for viewers in Salem. Now that we've seen a glimpse of 2024, let's discuss some of the surprises that will be revealed on Days. When it comes to John Black's background and his realizations, Konstantin Milionis will first play it close to the vest. As John's tenure as the Pawn will be replayed, this is building to an amazing plot that relates to Days' history. Steve Johnson, who was also heavily involved in the 1986 tale, will support John through the unforeseen turns that lie ahead. Although John is missing a great deal of memory, he appears to be about to experience a wave of fresh recollections that could drastically alter his outlook. Complete recollection has the power to transform John's life and provide him with a clear understanding of it. Regarding Konstantin, he'll undoubtedly prove to be even more of a villain on screen and will find a method to take advantage of the fact that he knows about John's background. Following Holly Jonas' overdose, which will result in Tate Black's arrest and possibly jail time due to E.J. DiMera's campaign against him, teen drama will take center stage. Theresa Donovan will become more intimate with Brady Black as they become closer over Tate's predicament as her connection with Alex Kyriakis becomes strained. Fans of DOL will witness the tangled nature of this love triangle when Theresa and Brady eventually share a kiss that leads to even more issues. When Everett Lynch is in the investigative journalist mentality, he will make a risky discovery. There may be significant disclosures about Stefan and Ava Vitali's involvement with Clyde Weston's drug trade if Everett listens in on their altercation with E.J. Let's talk about a surprise that is in the works at the Horton residence next. There will be a mystery surrounding who started the large fire in the living room that Chad DiMera and Julie Williams discover. Naturally, Paulina Price will experience some health changes in addition to Chanel Dupree, reaching some significant romantic milestones in the wake of Johnny DiMera's fresh proposal. Sloane Peterson Brady will be burdened by the secret she is concealing about Jude Brady, especially in light of Leo Stark's constant spending and threats. This is when the exciting part starts. In an interview with TV Guide, Days executive producer Ken Corday revealed that the plot would take an unexpected turn when Sloane insists that Nicole Walker DiMera, Ariane Zucker, get her kid back. That is illogical in light of what we now know. How could Sloane demand Jude's return without having her entire plan fall apart? Perhaps Melinda Trask will eventually persuade Sloane to abandon the plan, but even if she does, she might grow weary enough to think about speaking open and letting the chips fall where they may. Whatever the situation, Days of Our Lives spoilers indicate that some fantastic content will be available as 2024 gets underway. Stay in for updates on all the crazy news and disorderly consequences. Thanks for watching if you like this video, so please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update.